Hey everybody, it's Chevy Nobody Else's Auto. We're still out here wandering around in another old yard that a buddy of mine owns. I get out this way once in a while, and whenever I do, I always don't want to stop and see him, check out things, see how things are going with him, and get a cool load of parts. So that's what we're out doing. He's not open to the public anymore, so he says if you have any questions, just call me. My number's in the description of this video, 620-786-4428. I can try to help you out next time I get out this way. But even though he's not open to the public, he is kind enough to say, yeah, shoot a few videos so that you guys can get to see a little bit of it too. It is thick in here, as you've been seeing in some of these other videos. It is pretty woolly, but sometimes that's kind of what makes it cool. The area that we're in does get quite a bit of moisture, and a lot of this stuff does have some pretty serious rust. So I get a little bit of sheet metal out of here, but not a lot, primarily trim stuff. A lot of these cars have been picked. They've been in here for decades. So there's, a lot of these cars have been pretty stripped, and they are pretty rusty. Probably not much in here at all that would be considered savable, but lots of good bits and pieces. That's why I always like to swing by, see what I can come up with, pick up a new load of inventory to take back to the yard. So since he's kind enough to let me show you a few things in here, shoot a little video, let's check out a few things. There is a little bit of everything in here, literally. Starting off with this old Plymouth sedan. And there's no rhyme nor reason to how any of it is in here. You got this Plymouth from the 60s right here, a Fury, I believe. 48 to 50 era Ford truck right here. And this is a good example. You can see just how the hood, which is, not sitting on the ground, up in the air, has rusted so badly just sitting here over the years. Malibu wagon, G-body wagons getting extremely popular. Old Ford, a Granada, I think. Full-size old Pontiac from the 70s. That's even a two-door. Big old two-door Catalina. But there again, like a lot of this stuff out here, extremely rusty. When you got a moist climate, lots of trees, lots of low spots, you get lots of rust. And that's kind of what we've got on a lot of these cars around here. But like I said, lots of cool pieces, lots of knickknacks. Ford Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop. I think that's a 70 with that big, huge C-pillar. The way that sweeps back almost all the way to the taillight. Nova, 73, 74 era Nova, four-door. Somebody cut the whole tail out of this car at one point. Like I said, a lot of this stuff's been stripped. There's a pretty good example of it. Gremlin. Who doesn't love seeing a Gremlin in a salvage yard? I don't know what somebody was after on this thing, but they went to a heck of a lot of effort to get it, whatever it was. Old Duster. Like I said, it gets pretty thick back in here. We're going to try to show you what we can. But like I've showed you on some of these other videos, fighting a lot of these. There are thorns everywhere in here. So there's an old Duster body, not much left of it. It looks fairly well stripped as well. Mid-70s Oldsmobile Royale. Another Gremlin. Gran Torino. Full-size Ford wagon from the 70s. There's a late 70s Impala or Caprice. Mid-70s Pontiac Grand Prix. So like I said, a lot of this stuff is just good for bits and pieces. There again, look at this hood. I mean, this isn't even sitting anywhere near the ground. It's still on the car, and it is literally rusting off of the car, just sitting here, not even touching the ground. But like I said, that's what a lot of this stuff is like. Like I said, I get a few bits and pieces of sheet metal out of here from time to time, but it is pretty thin finding good stuff in here. 66 Bel Air. mid-70s Buick Century station wagon. Definitely buried deep back here in the trees. And the whole hood's rusted off of it as well. 67 Buick Skylark in there behind it. 67 Chevy, full size. Got a mid-60 Thunderbird right in here, like a 65. Just all kinds of cool stuff. And it is tricky to get around in here, so bringing you what I can, checking out a few cool things as we're wandering around in here. Even a little Valiant Barracuda over there and a 64 Pontiac behind it. So, like I keep telling you, it's thick in here, but there's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of rust, but a lot of cool pieces, lots of bits and pieces left, and that's what I look for while I'm here. So, like I said, got any questions, give me a shout, 620-786-4428 about this or any of the other inventory that I have back at Nobody Else's Auto. That number is in the description. Hope you enjoy these videos. Always love checking out different stuff. If you like old cars, you like old trucks, you like memorabilia, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody's Show. That's what we do on here, old cars, old trucks, memorabilia, gas, and oil. It's about all I know, so we really can't talk about much else on here, but we have a lot of fun doing it. Appreciate you guys being here. If you like this stuff, definitely hit that subscribe button and click that notification button. We do some cool live stuff on here as well. Hope you guys can make it for that. Stay tuned, lots more cool stuff coming. Thanks for watching, everybody.